This
I'm
conference will now be recorded.
Okay, you want me
just
to
tell me
introduce
about your,
myself?
yeah, just
Yeah,
your experience and your expectation for this course. That's all.
myself Varun. I'm a BTech graduate in 2019, and I started working in TCS from 2019 May as a SAP car consultant. After that, I just switched my job to IBM and currently looking to work on this SAP related IS retail, particularly futures. So
Mhm.
basically, I worked on car technology, not any other bundle of car. And that too, I was having very limited access. You know, right? Support kind of projects only just to monitor the sales.
Mhm.
And the error that I have came across are in Workbench, Post Workbench, or QMon. So only those type of monitoring activities, not much more explored to the system.
Okay. Mhm. Okay, so now I have a question for you. Since you mentioned that you are interested in SAP IS Retail, so
Mhm.
the roadmap of SAP is now shifted from IS Retail to S4HANA. So now we call it as S4HANA Retail, although some of the older clients are still using IS Retail, meaning which is the older version, but now there is a difference. The IS Retail platform will be soon replaced by S4HANA going forward from 2025 or 2027. So, are you looking for IS Retail or S4HANA Retail? We can
S for
deliver
HANA
both,
only.
but S4HANA, right? So, IS Retail is a
So
different terminology. Yeah,
what is the main
yeah.
difference?
Tell me.
Like, is it like upgradation to IS retail? Upgradation is S4 retail, or it's a complete S4 retail? It is.
Uh, there is a technical difference now. From a very simple viewpoint, you can say that IS Retail, the technical architecture was built upon the Oracle platform, the database I have said. And now in S4, the
Mm-hmm.
database is on HANA platform. So that is the technical difference. And in order to achieve that technical difference, there were few functionalities introduced in S4 HANA Retail and few functionalities decommissioned in S4 HANA Retail as compared to IS Retail.
So
In a very simplified language, this is what is about S4 HANA Retail versus IS Retail. 95% is same, only or maybe 97% is same, only there is a difference of plus minus 3%.
okay. So what is the better you say going with IS retail or S for HANA retail?
Yeah, go with S4 HANA Retail. IS Retail is due for shutdown or sunset by 2025, but I think based on the different client requests, they have extended another 2 years. But definitely sooner or later, it is going to be obsolete in another 3 4 years. So S4 HANA Retail is the roadmap for SAP. So if you Google it down, you can also see the same fact.
Mm-hmm. So as for HANA retail, so the concept, the roadmap and everything, the content of this would be almost same, but there is a
Yeah,
technicality difference, like functional difference, or
yeah,
some tables have been
exactly.
migrated, or some table have I mean, dropped down, and right, that's all right,
Yeah. 97% still remains the same. Only
because.
there has been few decommissions, meaning some functionalities were there in IS Retail, but they have been removed in S4HANA due to technical complexity because S4HANA is not only for retail, it is a common platform for all the industries. So to accommodate all the industries in a single box, they face some complexity and for each and every industry, they did some omissions. And, that is why that plus, that minus 3%. There has been a
Mhm.
few additions as well, but by and large, it is a bit of a removal or omission as compared to IS Retail.
So if I learn S for a HANA retail, what could be the outcomes like? Can I be work as a MM consultant or SD consultant as well, or what?
Yeah, now retail is a mix of MM and SD. It is not pure MM, it is not pure SD. So it is a mix of MM and SD
Okay.
both. So there are topics which are spread across MM and SD modules. So that is why retail is unique. And that is why retail is in high demand always since the last 15 years. So you will get
Which one?
MM consultant retail, IS for HANA retail.
Okay.
You will get a lot of consultants, a lot of SD consultants, but not so much in retail,
Mm-hmm.
because retail is specific to the retail industry and it has its own uh, functionalities. It has its own business functions. So those are unique. And yes, if you map them or rather try to map them in the materials management section or sales and distribution section, yes, they will fit it into some sub nodes under MM and SD respectively. But those are very unique.
Okay, so it's kind of a small amount of SD and MM combined together is retail, but if you go for specific SD or MM, it's a completely a big one again, separate one.
Yeah, but that will not comprise of your SD, retail MM and retail SD topics. That will be if you go for materials management in manufacturing, sales and distribution in again in manufacturing, then those doesn't comprise of the retail specific MM and SD topics.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So those
if you
top,
talk about MM and SD, then by default it means manufacturing industry, not retail industry.
mm-hmm. It can be anything, manufacturing industry, then the
Mhm.
opportunities may come in retail as well, so or else any other stream as well.
Opportunities, yeah, I would say that is what I mean. If you are looking for learning manufacturing industry specific things, then MM and SD will suit you. But if you are looking for retail, then you have to only look for retail specific course. I mean, you cannot go for MM and SD because, as I said, MM and SD by default is for manufacturing, and then they do not contain the topics included in uh, retail, meaning retail MM, retail SD. They don't contain those topics.
Okay, those don't have this topics and this
Mhm.
doesn't have those topics.
Exactly.
What
Exactly.
would be the better as per the market standards which you are with your experience? What is the best thing like because I've been working in the retail module like H&M was the
Yeah, that is
previous
why for
client I
you,
was working.
exactly. Yeah, if you were a fresher without any SAP experience, then I would have definitely said that you can go for materials management or SD to begin with. But now, for your case, as you said, you have worked in car for 3 years, then the best thing for you would be to learn retail, undoubtedly, because car with retail is very, very niche area and it is always in high demand. For you, definitely retail. For anyone else who would have completed BTech in 1 or 2 years with a bit of experience in overall SAP, not in SAP car, then definitely I might have recommended SD or MM in the manufacturing area, because retail is a very niche area, and uh, if there is no prior experience, then sometimes the clients are reluctant. But since you have already that experience of car, which is
Hmm.
quite difficult to get in the current timings, then the most appropriate uh, line for you to go for would be retail, because car is meant for retail industry. And now you know only the POS inbound part of car, where the data is coming from the POS terminals of the store. And in retail,
Inbound and outbound.
you will, yeah, and in retail now we will get to know the other business functionalities in retail. What happens for the rest of the processes like inventory management, supply chain, then
How the
replenishment
store to
planning,
be created, replenishment plan,
exactly the
forecasting,
master
and all
data,
this other data
exactly.
master.
Yeah,
So in this IS retail and S4HANA is pretty much same 97%
same,
as you
same, same.
said.
Yeah,
Same, but plus or
exactly.
minus, I could also observe like usually in retail we used to use the transaction code MM01 for material creation.
Mhm.
But for in regular MM they use separate some other T code to create this
Yeah,
material.
in yeah, in manufacturing purely manufacturing, you will use MM01. In retail, you will use MM41.
42, 41, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
MM01
exactly,
and MM41, 42. So
exactly.
what is the difference like these two kind of is for retail specifically it is like MM41 or
Only for retail, it is MM41. Only,
okay, only for retail.
exactly.
Oh, okay. So as
There
you
is a
suggest, if
difference
I
in the screen. Oh.
Okay, difference in the screen and the attributes and the content of those fields,
Exactly,
right?
exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
okay, okay, fine. Then, as you said, what about this car related thing? I mean, where do you exactly stand? Is car is in like IS retail plus add-on car would be there, or else car itself is a separate module like IS retail?
The car itself is a separate module, but it has an overarching topic which is called POS inbound. Now, the part that you have already worked with is a part of it, meaning you are getting the data from S4 from the POS terminal via middleware to SAP car, and then in Mon Zero you are looking into the transaction logs under sales or goods movement or financials, and then the audit checks are happening, and then you will processing them with the IDOC creation task, and then the IDOCs are being moved to S4. So
Hmm.
now when it comes to S4, there are certain configuration which leads to the IDOC posting, uh, followed by article document creation, billing document creation, which means the inventory is updated and the revenue account is
Stock
updated.
quantity, yeah, billing documents and
Exactly.
sales.
So that
That's what.
that comes under that the whole topic comes under something called POS inbound. So car
Okay.
is a part of the overarching topic of POS inbound. So that's only one part. There are many other functionalities in the retail business. Car POS inbound is one of them. And by the
Mm-hmm.
way, even if a client doesn't have a car, POS inbound will still possible, wherein a direct interface is built from the POS to the S4 retail system. So some
So
clients
that's
cannot
what.
afford car. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
asking. So car would be
hmm,
like for the clients who can afford, they would get into S4 car for a faster thing or to look out
exactly.
on-shelf availability,
Audit.
real-time on-shelf availability or data. So if
Yeah.
without car, if some retail some project is there
Hmm.
which doesn't can't afford a car, can can this happen? All these functionalities can be happened in S4 HANA without car
Only the POS inbound posting only, meaning the
only.
WPMS side of
So
WP, only that part. No on-shelf
only.
availability, no real-time inventory, no multi-channel sales analytics, no omni-channel article availability and sourcing, no PP, no UDF, no DTF, nothing.
No, so nothing,
Only,
no add-on features. Only the
yeah,
basic thing,
yeah,
inbound sales. And after the end
yeah.
of the day, when I mean, the job runs, then only the inventory gets updated.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it depends on the frequency of data which is being sent from the POS terminal direct to the S4 interface. That depends on the frequency of the data. Now, generally, if there is a direct interface, the data will be sent, and the iDocs will not will be transferred will be created in S4 from POS, but it will be not set to immediate processing. It will be set to collective processing, and then at the end of the day, we will schedule the iDoc
Mm-hmm.
processing job, and then it will post them, and whatever is error free will get successfully posted. So yes, in a way, yes, that iDoc posting job will be scheduled only at the end of the day.
So that would be a problem
Yes,
for
so
most of the retail department, right? Real-time
yeah,
inventory, what is
yeah, there are a
account?
lot of problems. Not only that. So why car? First of all, let us try to understand why car is used in terms of POS inbound sales. The main benefit of car is the data audit and data correction. So the entire set of data correction and audit is happening out of car. So that means whatever data comes out from car is 100% error free, and that means apart from the posting period error, there is no other error that could be possible when the data in the IDOC comes into S4 from car. So, in terms of IDOC posting, financial posting, inventory update, there is absolutely no issue if you have a car system in between, which is completely taking care of your master data check and audit. However, if you don't have car and if you have a direct interface from POS to S4, then this entire audit data correction functionality is not present. So even if you do have the mechanism to send the data in terms of IDOC to S4, so when the IDOC gets posted, it might contain the error data, and out of 100 IDOCs, 40 IDOCs will fail definitely for different kinds of error. Or even if it doesn't fail, it might go into wrong accounting entries. I mean, the transaction balancing part I mentioned. So there are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of issues that needs to be seen. Namely, if the client is really not interested or financially not capable of going for car, then only we recommend the approach of building a direct interface from POS to S4. It creates a lot of
Hmm.
problem in terms of the data.
So this car topic would what are the topics that you involved in the car like POS DTA, OAA, multiple channel inventory availability. So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
do have
worked all
some
of
bundles,
this.
right?
Yeah, yeah, but that is a different. I mean, course content. Car is totally different. As for retail, is totally different. Yeah, so
So
car is
which one
totally
would be best
different.
for me to get started with now as of now?
Retail, retail,
Should I
retail,
get?
retail. See, from the real-time applicability point of view, I can tell you that in car, clients, yes, they will pay for car server and just a second. Yeah, they will pay for car server, but apart from car POS DTA and real-time inventory visibility and yeah, apart from these two, most of the clients are not using any other modules of car in a
Like
very
promotions.
yeah, in a promotions you can do in S4 directly. Promotions you can do
In
in
car
S4 directly.
also we can do it, right? In car bundle.
Yeah, car we have something called PMR. Yes, but again from car you are sending that PMR data direct to S4. So and then from S4 to POS. So that is something an extra step. Like you create the promotions in SAP car PMR, then you export it to SAP S4, and then you send it to POS. Instead of doing that, you directly create the promotion in S4 and send it out to the POS. So that is why I'm saying that apart from car POS DTA, most of the clients doesn't use the full potential of car. One of the reason is the other modules are not very much robust and not very much cost effective, and all of the other modules have their own limitations to some extent. For example, if you talk about car OAA, omnichannel article availability and sourcing, it mandates SAP hybrids as their e-commerce platform. You can
Hmm.
SAP says that other e-commerce platforms can be used, but if you try to use anything other than hybrids, it creates a hell lot of problems in the integration. Okay,
Hmm.
so it is SAP's marketing strategy to push SAP hybrids.
Yeah, Bliss. Okay. It's
Okay,
their
so that is
strategy.
why, yeah, exactly. And there are other products in the market for omni-channel like IBM Sterling, which are immensely popular. So SAP faces a very tough competition in each of the other modules. Car OPP is almost a failed module because it requires the entire IT infrastructure of the client to be replaced by ARTS compliant softwares, which is very expensive. Uh, so whichever client is using the third party solutions from the last 5 7 years, they will be very reluctant to replace them. And unless and until you replace them, you cannot use OPP. And even if you use OPP, it has a lot of technical glitches. So that has to be sorted out one by one. So there are many pain points in the other modules. Okay, it looks very lucrative, that very prospective, but if you actually use it, it's not. I know a couple of clients who have implemented car OAA and then they have decommissioned it. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
uh, car POS DTA, real-time inventory visibility, these are the two things which are absolutely used by the client. The other ones, the possibility of getting them used is very, very bleak. So that is why
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely recommend you to go for retail in addition to the SAP car or GTA knowledge that you are already having.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what I
Okay.
was having with the car. I've been exposed to post GTA, this workbench, and all those stuff, but just don't know
Hmm.
what are the configurations, how we do that, how we set up a store, what are the profiles, tasks, how audit happens, what are the tasks to be created for audit. So all this would be almost predefined in the system SAP by default, like out of the box. Does SAP use that, or we have to create each and everything like store profiles and all the things?
Yeah, those will be default. Those will be created by the standard profile 0001. Everything. So
Mm-hmm.
the only thing that you can use if you use a standard profile 0001, then you don't have to do anything other than assigning the profile to the particular store that you are using.
Mm-hmm.
Rest of the thing will be absolutely standard.
Actually, I've been
See,
attending a couple of
mhm,
interviews. They were
mhm,
asking about this OPP as well, promotional and this
mhm.
UDF,
Yeah, that
DDF.
they
They
can.
were asking about.
Mhm. Which company you attended interview for? Just for
IBM.
curiosity sake, IBM. They don't have any expertise in any of this. I don't, and they don't have any projects in any of this. So it is something. Uh, okay, yeah, it is very interesting that they are using asking you these things. They don't have anything in any of these areas. Anyway, but
Yeah, they don't
as
have
I
the
said,
projects, but they do have asked me about
mm,
this during the interview.
yeah, yeah, probably the interviewer was uh, looking to know these answers, but they don't have any projects or anywhere related to these stuffs. But
Hmm.
I can tell you that you can opt for the retail part along with car.
Mm.
That increases your opportunity to work in both car and retail,
Okay,
because car,
IS Retail plus car would be like an
exactly,
extra benefit,
S4 HANA,
extra benefit.
exactly. Other than going for the other obscure parts of car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that definitely uh, increases your knowledge base, and that enhances your opportunity as a car S4 consultant.
Okay, then it
Okay,
will be I could project myself as a S4HANA Retail and car consultant.
exactly. So car other modules, see, there are other limitations as well. So for example, OPP and OAA, you need third-party integration. Now, in a training environment, no one is going to give you a hybrid or e-commerce platform. You can, in a training
Mm-hmm.
environment, you can know only up to some extent in SAP car in a standalone
Mm.
environment. So if some training organization they give you the hybrid platform given, then you need hybrid consultants and you need to work with them and then set up the integration, and that itself becomes a project of 6 months to 8 months. So
Mm.
in car, most of the topics are like that only. It is not a standalone system where you can learn the end to end. So you can only learn one end in most of the topics in car, not
Mm-hmm.
the full cycle. So
Okay, not a full
unless and
car,
until
but
you
main
exactly
elements of
only a
car.
part of it. Yeah.
So
Even
what
if
are
you
the
go for a car training.
yeah, main is like POS DTA and
Yeah, exactly.
multi-channel transaction
Real
data
time.
management.
Yeah, real time inventory visibility. These two absolutely everyone is using.
On-shelf availability. That's what, right? You were saying?
No, real time inventory visibility. On shelf and availability no one is using. There are many other softwares which are capable of doing the same thing in a much better way. It is just a report in SAP. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
whereas the other softwares they are capable of showing the stock position dynamically in an interactive view in a nice web-based UI, which could be deployed in a handheld device. So the moment a product is clicked, the entire information comes out: which way, which shelf, which section, how many quantity is it stock out. That's
So
how the other softwares are capable of. Whereas OSA in car is only a report. Print out that
mm-hmm.
report and then find it out in the store. If you don't have a prior information of where the product is, then it becomes even more difficult for the store associate to track and look for that product. So that is why there are many practical issues
With the
for the
car,
other
okay.
modules. Yeah, other modules of car.
So it's good to learn IS retail and I mean the retail part first, and then with the add-on future would be car. Like it would be a benefit to the
Yeah.
application so in that car also not complete all the complete POS DTA one and on
Yeah.
real-time inventory visibility. These two are the
Yeah.
two
These two.
important also.
Yeah. These two are absolutely very important if you are going for. I mean, car. I mean, uh, if you want to highlight yourself as a car consultant, then these two you should learn.
Hmm. Okay, so when a client or when an organization want to expand its thing, so it will
Hmm.
do expansion. Suppose it has already worked in the Germany, so they want to expand their environment to Switzerland. So all those store
Hmm.
related configurations and all these things would happen in IS retail or in the car.
Highest retail first. everything, the
IS.
entire operation would be set up, and then a part would be deployed in car. All the stores or the article, all the uh,
When we are about to create a new
inventory,
store,
supply chain. Hmm.
when we are about to create a new store or an expansion of a new store in that area, we do it in retail first and then in car,
Retail,
or
retail.
in
Yeah,
retail
if
first,
a store is
we'll
set
sell.
up, yeah, as you said, if a rollout is happening in Switzerland, all the stores in Switzerland will be set up in S4, and then they will be replicated, or there is a mechanism called SLT which will
Replicate
replicate
master
the
data
stores.
tables.
Yeah, yeah, master data tables, master data as well as transactional data. But to begin with, there will be no transactional data, so only master data. It will be replicated from S4 to car.
Okay. So all this promotion and all these things can also happen in retail also. We can also define them in
Exactly.
retail. Okay.
99% of the clients or 98% of the clients directly create the promotions in S4 because car doesn't give you a lot of benefit. If you define the promotion in SAP car, yes, you can define it for the heck of it, but again, at the end of the day, you have to export them into S4.
Mm.
It cannot directly talk with the POS system. You have to export it to S4, and then from S4 again, it has to be sent out.
So again through SLT.
No, car to S4 promotion transfer is not SLT, it is through RFC. But from
Oh,
S4 to POS, it could be assortment list, it could be POS outbound, either of them. Or
so
if it is a bonus buy kind of promotion, then of course it is a manual push. There is a mechanism
mhm.
for that.
So coming to this retail perspective, I now got a clarity because I was thinking like retail is separate thing
Hmm.
and car is separate thing, but it's like
No, 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 no.
for the clients who can afford and who want their real-time inventory visibility or such futures who can afford a car, they will implement into car. Car itself is not a complete module.
No, 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 not at all. Not at all. Car is
Okay,
just a add-on. That's it to the retail industry. Even without car, the retail industry can go on.
work.
Car just
Uh,
introduce a bit of benefit, mostly in the space of POS inbound.
okay,
The
understood.
main part
So
is S
come
for retail.
as for retail only, it's just an add-on.
Yeah,
But if you have mostly they will ask for the retail background as well only. I mean
exactly,
retail
exactly.
related stuff. Car would be add-on
Retail,
then.
see, retail comes first, then car, because car is a subset of retail. So that is why I am saying that you have learned the
Mhm.
subset now and learn the full set, which is the retail for retail. Then it makes you complete.
Got it. So got it. Understood now. I do have a got a clarity because till now I was thinking like because I was directly
Mm.
deployed into when I just
Yeah, I
started my
understand.
career, I was directly
Mm.
they pushed me into car. They haven't gone me through this
Exactly.
retails, articles, site master or
Mm-hmm.
article master, site creation, all this with class, what
Yeah.
is vendor, customer details, all these things they haven't. Like, they just directly pushed him into post DTA
Mm.
like cleansing the data, seeing the errors, what are the errors,
Yes,
where the
yes, yes,
transaction went
yes.
wrong. No, those kind of stuff happened to me. So just now I wanted. So it's a good thing for me to begin with the retail only then.
Exactly. That is the point.
Okay,
Good that
okay.
you have now
Understood.
got the
Yeah, I was
entire
missing this clarity.
thing. Yeah.
Most of the till the time I was thinking like SAP car retail is same. The heading is
No,
retail,
no, no,
but the
no, no,
thing
no.
what we do inside is car only. I was thinking, but it's just like an add-on, like a extra connection or fit. That's all.
Exactly.
So I need to go with all this retail topics like organization structure, master data, and
Yeah, yeah.
all this thing would be there. So what would be the roadmap now? To start with, like
Yeah, so anyone from Virtual Solutions can make me presenter. I need to share the screen. Let me see if I can do that. Let me ping them. I don't know if they are available here or not. Just a second.
if not, even if later also you can send me those if it is available. Okay. If not,
Yeah, yeah, the course content is there. Maybe they will share with you directly. I also have it in my desktop. Let's see if
okay,
I
okay.
can share my screen now. Otherwise, you can get it from them. And let me tell you how I proceed about the course content is first I explain the business significance, then the transactional part end to end, then I explain the corresponding configuration, and then I share the documents on that particular topic. So that's
Mm-hmm.
how I go about different topics and subtopics. Okay,
Okay,
so
there would be
it's
any hands-on, or it's kind of only kind of coaching, like
no,
just
no,
a training,
100%
no?
hands-on. No, no, this is 100% hands-on. There is no PowerPoint presentation or anything. 100% hands-on.
So it's like directly doing in the real time itself. If I've been in the real
Yeah,
time environment or real time production, then
yeah,
it's
yeah. We
similar to the same.
yeah, we'll do it in a 2020 S4HANA 2020 or 2021 system, whichever we
Okay.
can arrange. So we will do it in that system.
Mm-hmm. So it's similar to like working in a real environment.
Yeah, yeah, real only. Almost the test servers will be 99.9% similar to a real time system, if not
Because what I was
100%.
told, like what they do is like they just run the PPTs or the documents.
No, no,
They'll
no,
say
no,
like
no.
I have to go
No,
this, I have to
it's
go this.
no.
So
It's not like that here. No,
it is completely
I never.
it is completely practical then.
Yeah, 100% practical. Some institutes do that, but I'm not a person who will do it. Go into. I mean, I never do PowerPoint presentation based training because that doesn't have any benefit at all. 100% hands on.
Okay, okay. So you've been in this field for past, may I know your experience, or you're particular for
Yeah,
retail only, or
yeah. I started my career retail only. I mean, 15, 16 years back, I started only in retail.
okay,
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 so
understood. I
let me
got
share.
it.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see my screen. I have just
Yes, I can. I could see.
yeah. So these are the course content. So org
Is this
structure, article
S4HANA,
master,
right?
site. Yeah, site master,
Okay.
allocation management, price management, promotions and bonus by replenishments, store connectivity outbound, store connectivity inbound. This will try to get a star server, but not sure. If not, we'll do it standalone. We do have a simulation program in S4 Retail itself to simulate the IDOC posting. So these are the
Mm-hmm.
topics we will cover in detail. So this comprises the entire thing in retail business.
Okay, in S4.
Yeah. So that's what we will cover.
Okay, I got it. If you could let me share this, I mean the roadmap,
Yeah, yeah, they
I
will,
will
they will,
also go
yeah,
through
they
once.
will. No roadmap.
Okay.
Yeah, that link I will ask Virtue Solutions to provide you. And this course content, I think they will share with you.
Yeah, okay, sure, got it. I got a clarity, where do I start with?
Mhm.
As you said, I already have a knowledge and subset. Now I should learn the main.
Exactly.
Okay. Uh, okay, Rajesh. Then, when do this training starts, or how many batch people or timings it would be?
Yeah, I don't have any batch as such. So it is just like when people are interested, I am contacted. So it will be a one-to-one session, and the timings we can do it in the evening time or in the morning time. This time, if you are okay. So it's up
Yeah,
to you. So maybe
I'm feasible to whatever the timings it is completely.
okay. So if you want to start from tomorrow, we can do it same time. So it's up to you. So you can just let
Monday to
what to
is it like Monday to Friday, or
yeah, Monday to Friday this time is fine.
okay, okay, Monday to Friday. Because I do currently I'm in IBM and on bench, so had to
Yeah,
learn
yeah,
these
then
things
you
because
can find that. Yeah, yeah,
so let's see. I'll get can I update my timings details all this when
yeah.
I get
You
a clear
can speak
clarity on
to
this?
yeah. You can just have a talk with Virtue Solution and then they can finalize. Okay.
Okay, okay, sure then. Thanks for the prep talk, Rajesh.
Yeah.
Now I
Okay.
got a
Yeah.
much clarity on this.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah. Okay
So
then.
if
Yeah. Bye.
okay, okay then I'll get back.
Yeah. If you have any other queries, you can let me know. If you want to see something in system or that also, I can show you now
Yeah,
or
only
else.
this related things only I wanted to see. I don't know about
Okay.
how article master, customer data. This haven't gone through. I worked in the car and I was like only taking care of inbound and outbound. That's all. I just were making sure like inbound sales are coming through and whether
Mhm.
they are going passing through without any error. If there are any errors, I used to work on those errors like why this is error came from or what happened to this. So only this I was looking to it. I don't know by
Yeah, let
particularly in retail what happening, how promotions are getting applied, or how store is getting created, how if they are about to open a new store, how that is looking in car.
let me create a article right now just to give you an idea. Naming 41. There are different kinds of materials available in SAP S4. So we'll
Already
discuss about all
predefined,
those things. Yeah, these are
like
predefined.
pre-pack articles,
Exactly.
those things, right? Single material.
E- Exactly. Exactly. Cell set display prepacks, generic variants.
Mm. Generic in the same terms, generic article is means like just a t-shirt is called a generic term, but out of t-shirt you will
Exactly.
be having again sizes,
Exactly.
colors, and all this thing, right?
Yeah. True.
So base data 1, base data 2.
Exactly. So we have different important areas in retail with respect to a article. Although the field level still says material, but it is an article which we create in MM41. So EN code is absolutely mandatory. This is the code against which the product is
Barcode.
scanned. Barcode.
Yeah,
So
how do we
currently,
assign a EN code to any of the product? Because I what I could know like every EN is different
mm,
with every article, whether it
exactly.
is a
So
generic
this
article or what.
exactly. So EN code is the 13 digit or 11 digit or 9 digit, and nowadays there are 7 digit EN codes also available. So these EN codes are predefined and it will be present physically on each and every product. So it has to be uploaded, and that has to be uploaded against the EN category. So this EN category is nothing but it specifies the number range. Now if we go to the configuration of EN category, if we go to the configuration of EN category, define attributes of EN. So if you see,
How exactly an article gets an EN number particular? Why that EN number? If someone asks me.
yeah, exactly. So that when a product is introduced by the manufacturer, then he has to
Mm,
apply to a government body, and that government body is there for each and every country basically, and then they will do certain quality checks for that particular product, which they are planning to introduce into the market. And once the quality checks are passed to their satisfaction, they will uh, the manufacturer will apply for the EN code, and a EN code will be assigned by that governing body to that product. So the EN code assignment is responsibility of the manufacturer, and when the product is sent to the retailer, it already have that EN code. Now it is up to the retailer is to maintain that EN code in the product master.
mm. So this EN code will be receiving from either consultant or someone in kind of anything, right?
No, no, it is retail
That's
consultant only.
it is retail consultant only.
Yeah, so
So
it
where
will have a
do
number. So that number range in reality will be from a 4 digit number to a 15 digit number. Like
mm,
this number range, if you go to the external number range, so it will show what is the number range. So here many
mm,
people have just tried it out by their own. So in reality, we will have external number range, let's say from 0001, or let's say from from 0001 to 9999999 with 16 or 17 digits. Okay, and that number range will be assigned against a EN category. Define attributes of ENs. So we'll create something like ZN or something, and we will assign an external number range here. And once you do
mm,
that, you will be capable of entering the EN code of the product, provided that EN code is within that number range against that EN category.
mm.
Okay,
So
so
first we have to
here
define the EN category, then assign the number.
exactly. For the test system, I can use IE as the internal number. It will generate automatically. I think it. It's going to an error.
Hundred
So there is something. Uh, in category right now, I think uh, someone has activated E in recycling, so that is why it is going into down. Anyway, we will check this out. Let me not
Okay.
provide any yen now. I will go without the
Okay,
yen
just
code
wanted to
and
ask
create
like
an
how a number. It's
Mhm.
not like someone simply types is what will like.
No, 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 no. It has to be associated with the yen category. That needs to be defined in the config, and a number range has to be defined and assigned to the yen category. That's how it will work. Listing, assortment listing is a very exclusive topic in retail. So this is something which is selectively uh, m- making an article eligible for sales and procurement for a group of stores. For example, a high value item, which is a flat screen television. So you will not try to sell it or procure it for all the stores in your region. You will only
Yeah, I got like
sell it.
specialized
Uh,
stores.
exactly. So how to restrict it in the system? Assortment listing is the way. So you have 10 stores. You want to place article A in store 1 and 8. No, and the rest of the stores you want to block it. How? Listing is the way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we can execute listing, and by default everything will be enabled, so it is prompting for making the article available to all the stores. So what I will do is, there are many ways of listing. This is just one of the way. I will deselect all the entries, and let's say I will select only one particular store where I want to make this article available. So I will only select this one and copy. So it will update some table called WLK1, which is the main table for listing, and that means the article will be available only for that store. So that means
Hmm.
if I want to sell it or procure it for any other store, it will give an error saying that
Hmm.
article is not listed. Purchasing is basically your contractual agreement with the vendor, the price and the planned delivery time that you negotiate with the vendor. That's the main data to be entered here from retail
So
perspective.
pricing condition, all this thing is completely defined by retail consultant only, right?
Yes,
The article price
yes,
and what should be the sales
exactly,
price or what is the
exactly,
markup on that.
exactly.
So so how
There is a
do we
purchase
decide
price.
like
Yeah, coming to that. In the next view, which is sales, it is about the sales pricing, which is the markup based pricing. So here there is a predefined markup which is already maintained for the merchandise category, and that is why you can see that 100 is
20%?
the cost price, 20% is the margin, and final sales price is 120. And if
Yeah,
this is checked on, it is uh,
okay, markup is something we as per the business requirement we get. How do this 100 it happened like the base price you said like 100, right? So on what
yeah, the
parameters
cost
this would be
price.
set to 100?
Yeah, there is a purchase price. So this price is being called. There is a purchase price, and the same purchase price is taken as the base for the calculation. Uh, See, the basic purchase price is 100. So that is coming from the previous screen. So if I make it 200 and then go
It
to
will
the
take it
other
to.
screen, yeah, exactly. Now
I got it.
you can
Like who
see,
decides this?
yeah,
Who decides that the product this product has should have a base price of 200? This product should have a base price of
yeah,
100. Who decides that?
yeah, that's the business decision. We have to just enter it in the system. That is
Okay,
a
it will be
business
coming as
decision.
a business decision. It comes from the client or the business
Yeah,
people of that, right? Those
yeah,
details, all those details.
yeah. This screen is a more elaborative screen. So here we have a purchasing schema involved, which is calculating the purchase price, and then we have a sales pricing which is
Sales
getting carried
price
out. So this
20.
is the only section in SAP landscape which has both MM pricing and SD pricing combined. So this is retail pricing basically, and retail pricing is MM plus SD pricing.
Mm-hmm. MM plus
Okay,
SD pricing.
and this entire thing can be accessed in a mass scale and transaction BKP file. I mean, for multiple articles, for all the articles in a particular merchandise category, there are different variants of it. Like we can see something called uh, sell set pricing, something called vendor mix price, something called interactive entry, something called spatial schema, something called
So all
custom
these are
module.
default or a custom one, like
These are all standard default.
standard one, out of the box
Yeah.
thing.
Then yeah, SAP from planned markup, first sales price, absolute percentage. There are many variations of retail pricing. Now, the one that we are currently seeing is the default or the most commonly used variant, which is markup applied on the purchase price. I can
Okay,
change the
okay.
markup even
And
the moment
eventually
I do
everything
that.
gets changed.
Yeah, so now if I save, it is going to update the price, sales price for this article to 130. Previously, it was 136. The previous
Uh,
one will also show up here.
So on this, whether we do discount on markup wise or base price wise, discount or
Discount is
promotions or something.
Yeah, discount and promotion. Let me cover that also a bit. Uh, the standard sales price is BKP 0. Now, if you go to the condition information, so you'll see now 130, which is effective from today. Now, let's say you want to apply a discount or promotion. So that you have to create a promotion with a validity period.
This
Let's
you
say
entered
for,
Z001. Is it already predefined one or
yeah, I have defined it in the config already.
already okay?
Yeah, so there is a material. So
And
there are
quantity
two
one.
ways. There are two ways to mm, go about the discount. One is you apply the discount, and there is a concept of plant group in promotion. The plant group will be comprising of the plants where you want to effect the promotions. Okay, so this plant group also needs to be created priorly, and it will have a class type of 030 side group. So there are quite a number of side group. Okay,
No,
so
you need to assign this plan group to that article, right?
no, not article. I have this is by default assigned. So whatever uh, article I mentioned in the promotion, and then whatever side group I assigned it in this section, that means that article, whatever discount we apply will be applicable here. So now discount, we can go to the discount tab, and then we can select the article, and then there are two options: percentage and absolute discount. Let's say I want to give it
10%.
10% discount. Okay, and initially the status is A planning, and then I can activate it. So now the status will change to B, which is activated. Then I can save. So this is how I can provide a discount if we were talking about discount. Okay, now plus is DC1, DC2 is for requirement planning. If you want to do a requirement planning in the DC level, so MRP indicator is currently set as ND, which is no planning. But if I want to do a requirement planning at DC, I will change these parameters. There are a lot of parameters which needs to be entered if I want to implement requirement planning. Then logistics DC2 we don't need. It is only for some specific processes related to fashion manufacturing. So we don't need logistics DC2. Logistics store is for your replenishment planning. Like if I want
Okay,
to,
replenishment and forecasting. That will be also covered,
exactly.
right? How replenishment
Yeah,
in the course.
exactly. Yes, that's there.
So all this is a chronological order that has to go by one by one.
Yeah, exactly. And then there is a pause view as well. Now this pause view is not for inbound, it is for outbound. There are some uh, data which goes into the outbound IDOC like this cost as description, and then there are some cost level control which can also be associated with the outbound IDOC. Optional like discount allowed. This is an indicator to the cost system that cost level discounts are applicable for this particular product. So if you want to
Cost
have a
level discounts
control,
in the sense, uh,
discounts
cost
which are not
level.
coming from SAP.
Okay.
Okay, discounts which are not coming from SAP. So
So
the
how,
store
without
manager
coming from SAP,
has the authority to
uh,
mark down any amount directly at the POS. So is it allowed or not? That's something which is
we
designated
need
by
to
the
check
state.
over here.
Exactly.
So that's when the store manager or the cashier will
Mm.
enter his particular code or entry number, and then he'll give us a
Exactly.
discount like what we see. Like if
Exactly.
he it's not coming from, for example, if I had to match this scenario in real time, when we do a booking from online, we'll get 10% discount on reservation or something at the hotel. But while going
Hmm.
at the hotel, like if you ask for extra discount also, with this 10%, he'll enter some transaction code or his ID number,
Exactly.
and then he'll give one more
Exactly.
5% or 10%. That's right. If I
Exactly.
try to match this in the real time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. This is more applicable for the high tech items. So in the high tech items, I mean, it is more applicable. Like in the store manager has the authority to provide additional 5% discount on top of the
Mm,
SAP discount. Or even if
mm.
there is no SAP discount, he can give a 2% discount,
Yeah,
something like
okay,
that.
okay. So that's what I was asking. How can they provide discount if it is nothing configured in the system? Machine,
Hmm.
how do they do that? I was asked. Okay. So it's based out on post level, like the entry,
Exactly.
the staff discount or something like the. Will all this be covered in SAP or those are related to post level?
Yeah, staff discount. Yes, staff discount is something which we don't define in the outbound in SAP. It is defined in the inbound. Like the staff discount is configurable only at the POS software, but SAP is capable of accepting it. Staff discount. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for the staff discount in the procedure for POS, we do have the staff discount.
Hmm.
I think we do have the staff discount, but it is in the inbound, not in the outbound. Outbound, we don't send it out. It is something which comes
Because
to
when
our.
a customer or a staff enters his unique ID, employee ID or what, automatically it should show out the
Mm.
display, right? 10% or 15% employee discount.
Yeah, that is something which is configured at the POS. It doesn't go from the SAP because SAP is not giving a track of the employee codes or the employee numbers
Mm,
because that has to
employee
go
related
through the
details.
authorization, employee related details. Therefore,
Okay.
let's see if this for
So,
these are the staff discount.
so mainly what SAP
But
does pushes like what type of discounts mainly it pushes like
yeah,
the store
SAP
level
will
discount.
send. Yeah, the SAP will send the regular sales price, the promotional sales price, and whatever other discounts you want to configure in this section. So it is clearly
Mm-hmm. And a bonus by like buy one get
configurable.
second one 50% off. Try
Yeah,
to
that
all this
exactly.
bonus.
So all will cover. Yeah. So in the outbound
Mm,
section,
okay.
if we go to the outbound, pause outbound, we do
And we do
have
also
something
have
called
like this
production type group.
seasonal sales as well, right?
Yeah, we do have. So here you have to define what other discounts you want to set. Currently, in the standard, these four are there. This is the promotional sale price. This is the regular sale price, and then anything else you want to include, you have to specify here. What else you want to send?
Okay, okay. Understood. So all this would be covered because I've been working with
Yeah, yeah,
H&M,
definitely,
so
definitely.
I do know this all kind of discounts. What are technically I don't know, but theoretically I know what's happening, what will happen, how do they run promotions or what. So I just want
Mm.
to map that things into the system technically by saying these table names or what is the methodology for going on. So that's what I was looking out. So
Yeah, yeah.
everything this would be covered definitely, right? All these topics.
Yes, yes. All this. We'll cover all this.
So at the
So
same
this
time,
is just a. Mhm.
at the same time, if a car related POS DTA or the main elements of car would we be discussing in this or it's a
Yeah,
completely different one again?
wherever there is a relationship, I will mention in terms of outbound or inbound.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I will
So you
mention that
mentioned a
relationship.
route map. Either you can go through car this way or you can go through the straight away this way.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, sure, Rajesh. Got it then. I think it's almost an hour now since we started.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'll just have a talk with the virtual solutions once, and then I'll decide.
yeah, yeah,
Problem.
yeah.
So
Fine.
this
No
is
problem.
gonna be on S4 HANA only, right? I
Yes,
just
yes,
need that
definitely.
route map or the course contents. Just I wanted
Yeah,
to look after one thing. If I just go through that, if I miss any of the parts, I'll keep you posted. Is this covered or not? If I'm missing with any of the parts or
yeah, yeah,
additional
sure.
information required. Sure.
Hmm. Okay, yeah.
Okay then. It's not like a batch
Okay, then,
wise,
yeah.
right?
No, no,
It's
no, no.
one
Batch
on
one to one.
one to one. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
only
have
you and
batch
me.
wise training as well?
No, I don't have any kind of batch. As I said, that I'm not doing training around the year because I don't have time. Only when there are certain candidates like you uh,
Who's
contacts virtual
particularly
solution
interested in of this? Okay.
additionally, and on top of it, if I am having time, then only I do such sessions. Otherwise, pretty much I am very much busy throughout the year. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes
So
I do
it's
have
like a
time, and
customized request of the person.
yeah, yeah, it is only on ad hoc basis sometimes like this. Right now, I have a bit of time in the coming
Mm-hmm.
2 months, and now it is a coincidence that you are also interested, so we can go for it. I mean, if you are interested, yeah,
Yeah, I'm definitely interested. Just wanted to know. I didn't have the
yeah,
clarity before talking what
yeah.
I was thinking like car is also a part of retail, but
No, no,
it's
no,
not a retail. It's an add-on feature for
exactly. Yeah,
sharing the inbound
yeah,
profiles from post transactions just by going through
exactly,
S4 to ERP. It's going from if it comes from car, it would be much better to easy to cleanse or clear the data.
exactly,
Okay, okay,
exactly.
sure, got it.
Okay,
Okay, then. Keep in touch. I'll just go through the course curriculum and then I'll get back to you. Probably we'll start.
okay.
So, do you have any prior experience in working like in the software field, like in the companies, or have you been in the coaching field only for the past years?
It is training. Yeah, training. As I said, I am doing it for quite a long time, and but not regularly. As I said, timing is also a
Mm-hmm.
constant from my side.
I mean,
So
have you
if
worked in a real-time environment in any of the companies, like any consultant or?
yeah, definitely. Otherwise, where I will learn all these things if it is not a
That's what I'm asking.
it is
Have you
not a
learned by
BTech
yourself
curriculum,
or?
right? No, there is
Have
no
you
way that
learned?
you can learn by yourself these things. I mean, you have to be a professional. Otherwise, you will never be able to learn all SAP by yourself.
Because
It is
I
very
I can
difficult.
also say like everyone can be professional for 5 or 6 years. Then after they are leaving this professional and they are interested to what they are actually. So I just was asking where you
Mhm.
been also a professional consultant before.
Yeah, definitely. I am still doing that. So that is my
Okay,
profession. And yeah.
okay, then that's what I just wanted to ask because I do have
Mhm.
met with some other trainers as well who were into this training field directly. I mean they are learning.
No, I don't know.
They
Those
might
are
not know
might
the
be.
real time projects how
Yeah,
they will
there are
happen
many.
or what.
Yeah, yeah, there are many fake organizations. That's true. There are many, many. So
That's what I was
it's
asking, where you had been a professional previously and then switched to this training or
definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
okay,
definitely,
okay.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sure, Rajesh. Then I'll just get you go along. Okay. I'll reach
Yeah.
out
Okay then.
immediately.
Yeah. 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 Sure.
Probably
Okay.
from the because yeah, probably from Thursday or else I'll confirm you once because I do also need to see my schedule
Mm-hmm. Sure. Sure.
and
Sure.
then
No problem.
I'll speak with the virtual solutions directly or to you or to you.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No. But your solutions. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sure then. Thanks. I'll get in touch
Okay.
with them
Thanks.
soon.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Bye.
Rajesh, for the time. Bye.
Yeah.